Hello, and welcome to ED 598, Strategies for Curriculum Development and Change. Over the course of the next 8 modules, we will be learning about the foundations of curriculum development, the implications to curriculum implementation or instruction, and we will work through the Understanding by Design curriculum framework to actually create a unit of study. Before we get started, let's take some time to get to know each other. Let me start by telling you a little about me. My name is Lauren Banker, and I've been an educator for 25 years. I started my career as a second grade teacher, then moved to a middle school to serve as a vice principal, and I've spent the last couple of decades in Washington School as an elementary school principal. You can see my school pictured on this slide. I have 400 students and 40 staff members, and I love every minute of my work. As a principal, one of my primary responsibilities is to act as the instructional leader and lead learner. I also write a lot of our curriculum, so this course is right up my alley. I also want you to know that I recently graduated from Caldwell University with a doctorate in educational leadership. I'm so proud to be a CU alum. And last but not least, I'm a mom to 2 kids, a son in high school and a daughter in middle school. For your first assignment for this module, the class wants to learn about you. Please prepare 2 to 4 slides introducing yourself to the class. We want to learn about you personally and professionally. We look forward to getting to know each other better. Now I'd like to take some time to review some course expectations. Like most things in life, the more you put into the course, the more you'll get out of it. My number one expectation is that we all actively engage in the 8 modules with an open mind and all our effort. I promise to work hard to make this course practical and meaningful for you, and I'm hopeful that you will return my effort with reciprocal time, thought, and energy. You will find a complete syllabus in Blackboard, which you can review on your own time. Once reviewed, I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. On this slide, you will see the main topics for our 8 modules. Take a minute to read them over. In the first module, this module, we will think about what is curriculum, and we will discuss the foundations of curricular planning and curriculum philosophies. Module number 2 covers the connection between curriculum and instruction. In module number 3, we will think about curriculum considerations at the elementary, middle, and high school levels. In module number 4, we will think about understanding what understanding means, and also understanding the theory and the concept of backward design. In module number 5, we will talk about writing, goals, understandings, big ideas, and essential questions. In module number 6, we will think about assessments, both formative and summative, and we will create rubrics to go with those assessments. In module number 7, we will plan learning activities. And in our last module, module 8, we will write and share our unit of study project. During each module, you will have various reading and assignments to complete. Each module's assignments will be worth 10% of your total course grade. For Module 8, your big assignment, your unit of study, will be due. This assignment will be worth 30% of your grade. More details about these assignments will be posted on Blackboard along with corresponding rubrics. Okay, let's get started on module number 1. In this module, we will learn about the definitions of curriculum, we will study the foundations of curricular planning, and we will discuss the philosophies behind curriculum planning. So, what is curriculum? Well, there are several definitions, including the three on this slide. Curriculum is the knowledge and skills that students are expected to learn as they progress through our school system. Curriculum can also be defined as the specific blueprint for learning that is derived from desired results. Or, curriculum can be seen as a map for how to achieve desired student performance. And as we all know, curriculum is tied to instruction because it should specify the most appropriate experiences, assignments, and assessments that might be used for achieving goals. Curriculum is not a textbook, videos, or materials that help teachers instruct students. Some teachers refer to these things as curriculum, but they're not. These are the resources teachers use to teach the curriculum. There are 5 foundations to keep in mind when planning curriculum. They are social forces, treatment of knowledge, human growth and development, learning as a process, and technology. Because curriculum developers write curriculum with students in mind, we have to consider these foundations as we construct the curriculum. We will talk about each one of these in details on the next few slides. First, curriculum developers have to keep social forces in mind when writing curriculum. For example, in today's time, radio, television, and computers have been the driving force in our communication, and most of our families have internet. So we need to keep this in mind as we develop relevant lessons for today's students. We also need to consider what knowledge means to our current students. Because of technological advances, we can pretty much acquire any fact at the click of a button. Therefore, we must ask ourselves these questions as we prepare curriculum. Do we leave knowledge acquisition to technology? Do we focus on innovating for the human brain? What is the relative importance of knowledge in today's world? We also need to consider what we know about human growth and development. For example, our knowledge of learning has made programs such as special education and early childhood education commonplace in our schools. Curriculum developers consider learning approaches when writing curriculum. Here are 3 learning processes to consider. The behavioral approach, which says that learning is a product of teacher behavior. The need structured approach, which deals with needs and drives of students and seeks to use natural motivational energy to promote learning. And the environmental approach, which concerns restructuring the learning environment or students' perceptions so they're free to develop. And of course, technology is probably the most influential factor right now, as we have to take into consideration the speed and amount of information our students can consume and produce. So, for assignment number 2, please participate in a discussion thread by answering this question. In what ways do these 5 lenses, social forces, treatment of knowledge, human growth and development, learning as a process, and technology, influence your teaching and/or your leading? There are also various educational philosophies which guide our decision making when developing curriculum. These philosophies determine driving purposes of education. They determine the roles of the participants, which are the students and the teachers, and they determine the manner from which goals are set. For assignment number 3, read Wiles and Bondi, pages 41 through 70, which details some different philosophies. Also, watch the attached video that will give you some more additional information. Then, use the chart on Blackboard to record your thoughts and understandings about each philosophy learned. So that's it for this module. As a reminder, you have several things to do before module number 2. You need to do the Who Are You assignment, participate in the discussion thread about the lens influence, read Wiles and Bondi, pages 41 through 70, watch the video on philosophies, and fill out the philosophy chart. And lastly, start thinking about what curriculum unit you may want to plan over the course of this class. You'll need to know that in a few modules, so start thinking.